Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndySanders.net. The law of attraction has a sense of humor. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I picked up on something, re-listening to Earl Schoaf's, one of his talks he did many years ago. And it's on YouTube. You want to listen to it. Is How to Be a Millionaire. But some of the things and the principles and concepts he mentioned there is just mind-blowing. And if just to this really just put a little bit of emphasis on Mr. Schoaf. He was the mentor of Jim Rome, but it was pretty cool when he mentioned like this is the opening parts of that YouTube video where he mentioned that there are really laws to everything, as far as laws of gravity, laws of like maybe physics. We have laws to like maybe like mathematics, as far as laws of hate, laws of love, maybe loss of abundance, loss of prosperity. You see what I'm saying? There's so many different laws, and he also mentioned that they can be used for good or for bad. You see, and we can attract anyone, good or bad. And so he also mentioned a little bit later on in the audio, he's like, yeah, so don't blame me for the people that your negative people that you might have attracted in your life. And people will be quick to blame or complain against somebody else, but you really have to take a hard look in the mirror as far as what is it that I am doing as far as maybe attracting the people that you might not want. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that they're bad people. I'm not talking about that. But what can I do to better myself? In comes personal development, which I personally think, because once you start to dive into that, it helps you become more aware of first and foremost yourself. You see, so like whatever you're maybe thinking before you might react or act in general, or whatever you might say, or you should be a little bit more aware of what it is that what you're doing. Other than, let's say, maybe at the heat of the moment, you might get a little upset. You still should be aware of that. As far as like, okay, what is the reason why I'm getting upset? And then what are the consequences? You see what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that. Not saying that you have to know everything. Not saying you're gonna be perfect at everything. Heavens no, I'm not saying that. But the thing is, we really just attract as far as who we are, and it just comes to like we want to work on that. This comes down to this really seriously choosing to work on ourselves and saturate our minds to maybe get away from the person that we used to be. You see what I'm saying? I remember also hearing from a successful entrepreneur a couple of years ago that when it comes to law of attraction, the people in the category will really be kind of have weird feelings when it comes to money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not really even getting to that point as far as being having kind of a weird cringing feeling about money, but at the same time, if maybe you are an entrepreneur or somebody who is trying to sell something in general, not even talking about entrepreneur, because let's be honest, we all sell. We all sell every day. If you have kids, you have to do something as far as selling to get themselves some motion. If you're married, you have to sell. You have to do something of some kind, or even if you're in a relationship, and come to some kind. So my point is, just to have that negative type of feeling when you hear the word selling, again, how are how is it coming out as far as that demeanor, that vibe to other people that we are around? You see what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. And again, because I mean, if we kind of have a weird feeling about money, it's really a programming. That's what I'm getting at as far as really saturating our minds to get ready to get old programming that we have. You see, yes, it takes time. Everybody's process is going to be different. Are you willing to go through the process, or are you comfortable where you are right now? Because in the back of your mind, if you're not, that's telling you something. Not just going to sit here and say that you should change. That's not the point. Thing is, if you kind of been wondering as far as what's been going on around you, it's something to maybe really just take the time to invest in. So something I want to leave you with, and if you gotten value from what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below. I'd like to see this video. That being said, I will see you in the next video.